Hello friends, welcome to today's daily devotion. I'm reading to you today from Philippians 2 verses 17 and 18. Hear now these words. But even if I am being poured out like a drink offering on the sacrifice and service coming from your faith, I am glad and rejoice with all of you. So you too should consider and rejoice with me. Have you ever noticed that at the end of the Super Bowl or a NCAA championship game, whoever is the winning team, they will take this big, huge bucket of Gatorade or water or whatever is inside that container, and they will pour it over the head of their head coach. Why are they doing that? Well, they are celebrating. They are being excited about the fact that they have won the game and they are the champions. A lot of people might look at that as being a drink offering, a sacrifice being made, but actually it's not, because the game has already been won, and so there's no sacrifice involved. But what if at the beginning of the game, even before the kickoff, one of the teams decided to take all of their Gatorade and they decided to pour it all on the head coach's head? Now you'd have two things happen. Number one is you would have a thoroughly drenched coach for all the rest of the game. And I have no idea how the coach would accept and experience that. But the second thing that would happen is that then those players would not have their Gatorade, would not have their water, would not have a way to keep themselves hydrated as they played the game. Now I don't recommend doing this in actuality in a football game, because football players sweat a lot. They need their hydration. But it's the idea of getting rid of something even when you still need it. That's what makes it a sacrifice. Well, the Apostle Paul is saying, even if I am being poured out like a drink offering, if I am sacrificing myself, if this act of sacrifice is such that you become more and more like Jesus, that you reach more and more people for Jesus, then the sacrifice is worth it. And so you should rejoice with me as I rejoice, because it's all about Jesus. It's all about sharing the love of God. Well, what have you been sacrificing on God's behalf? What have you been willing to go without, to let go of, to give away for God? My friends, we need to be willing to give everything, not just the leftovers, not just what's at the end of the game, but what's in the middle of the game. What is it with you right now that you would be the most loath to give up? That is the sacrifice. John Wesley wrote a prayer that I think is really appropriate, and I'm going to close today's daily devotion with this. I am no longer my own, but thine, O Lord. Put me to what thou wilt, rank me with who thou wilt. Put me to doing, put me to suffering. Let me be employed for thee or laid aside for thee, exalted for thee or brought low for thee. Let me be full, let me be empty. Let me have all things, let me have nothing. I freely and heartily yield all things to thy pleasure and thy disposal. And now, O glorious and blessed God, Father, Son, and Holy Spirit, thou art mine and I am thine, so be it. And the covenant which I have made on earth, let it be ratified in heaven. It's a dangerous prayer. Are you willing to pray it with me? And I'll see you tomorrow for another daily devotion.